Rose, come on. Oh, all the way up. Good dogs. Oh! Good job! Oh! Hi.
I feel like these guys deserve it after that.
After you start to walk away. Actually, I want to walk away. Okay, perfect.
This is what dog washing's all about. So I wouldn't have done anything differently looking back on it. And plus, with this heat, I wasn't gonna go anywhere when I got here, anyways. So I don't think it would have. I don't think it probably affected stuff. I mean, of course, it affected a little bit. We were up there for probably half an hour getting this stuff all situated. But I don't know. In the end, I wouldn't have done anything differently.
Are you concerned about the gap in time that it's now created between you and the two guys in front of you?
Yeah, you know, but at this point, all I can do is run my dogs to the best of their ability, and we'll see where that puts us. But I mean, I don't want to run in this stuff. So if they want to run in it, then let them run in it. But
Because it's hot.
it's hot. Yeah, there's no way that my dogs would want to move more than about 3 miles an hour in this, and they wouldn't be having any fun, and I wouldn't be having any fun. So it's not worth doing it. So I'll be here for a while. They need a nice long break anyway, so they'll get a nice break here until the sun goes away, and then we'll trek towards Two Rivers.
So can you guys tell us the story of the Eagle Summit this year?
Your turn, Jake.
Of the Great Rescue.
Jump in. I don't care how this goes.
Oh, they were doing good. I mean, they were definitely out of their element. You know, Big Lake doesn't have any hills, and we've gone up to Sheep Mountain a couple times to train in the hills, but there's nothing like Eagle Summit. I don't think I really appreciated it last year. Even when you look back up at it, you never really see it until you're staring up it, like literally up the mountain. But we made it through. We made it to the saddle just fine. Dogs were doing good. They were having a little trouble finding the trail. There was no sign. I mean, the marking was great, but there was no sign of teams in front of us. And we just started going up the saddle, and I think they just got overwhelmed with the steepness of it, as well as not having a trail. There was tons of trails, but there was no defined.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of hit the wall when they were searching. They were going back and forth between the trails to try and find the best one. You know, I've heard horror stories of people basically like just giving up, and I was like, this is not an option. I'm like, we have to figure out a solution real fast and do it before this team really goes to bed on us.
What was your I was fully intending on being, there's no one there, you know, and everyone's gone already, and then I saw the dog team with no sled, like just below the top of the hill, and it was like, oh no, you know. And at first I did think it was Hugh, and but then at closer look, it was Jake. So, yeah. But he was heave-ho in the sled, man. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, Brent's team was pretty incredible. I mean, most of the time when you see, luckily I didn't have my team on the mountain at that point. I think that would have been a lot more difficult. Not saying that his team couldn't do it, but they just had to get around my sled. But they were pretty incredible to watch. He definitely, training where he does is definitely a distinct advantage when it comes to this. But they were pretty incredible. He got off his sled and got up to those leaders and just walked in front of them, and they pulled that sled right up to the top. And by that time, he had gotten up to the top, and I'd got my sled up to my dogs and was back down because I had to take everything out, and I got a bunch of tug lines and tied them like you would a bunch of grocery bags together and started walking up. And there Brent comes over I thought it was one of the photographers just coming over to the hill to laugh at me or something. But it was Brent coming down, and he grabbed one of my sleeping bags and that pile and walked up to the top, and we got the teams together, and I let him pass me back, and we were off the mountain.